World War I, down memory lane. This is a true story giving a complete record of the active service of the 8th North Staffordshire Regiment.
Many a shaft at random sent finds marks the stitches little meant, and many a wound at random spoken may soothe the wound a heart that's broken.
Dear Mother and Dad, just a few lines hoping they'll find you in better health. Dear Mother, I hope you've recovered from your accident. Have you found who the clumsy wretch was who knocked you down? Bad luck to him in his car. Dear Mother, write and let me know if Dad has started to work yet. It's awful hard lines, Dad being out of work so long, and you being ill in bed, and Sam going under. You must think you've got the devil's own luck. Poor old Sam was hit close to where me and Percy are, but me and Percy are not in any danger, so you mustn't worry. I'll be back someday to cheer you up, Mother. Sing you one of the old songs like I used to in the old days. Give my love to George, Anne, Nellie, Hilda, Ike, Harry, Albert and Edith, and accept the same yourself. I remain your ever-loving son, J. H. Gator. I'm very well myself, in fact, never was better. I will send you my next pay when I get it.
I have no pain, dear sister, now that my temperature is high. The reason is, well, you might guess, but I daren't tell you why. I met some girls, all smiles and curls, and most of them sisters too, but none of these could ever please me half as much as you.
Stubbins Vale, March 1918. The aching heart, the yielding hand, a deep and heavy sigh, can tell how hard it is to say that little word, goodbye.
We advanced along to support, but instead of going in support, we went straight into the front line. When something struck me like the foot of a tree, I lost all the sense that was mine. I woke about half an hour later with a feeling that something was wrong. I could hear bullets firing and shells singing their devilish, murderous song. I sat up to see what was happening, to see if my comrades were well. They were there. I swear everyone was given his first sight of hell. The sight turned me sick. Do you wonder when I tell you the ground was dyed red? For all around me were wounded and dying.
Whistles blew. I climbed the ladder into no man's land. Met by a salvo of fire, bouquets of barbed wire reached left and right. I never heard the bullet, I never felt the thud, As it hit me in the stomach, I lay prostrate in the mud. My mum would receive a letter, but a letter not from me. It was from the War Office. Quote, "He died with gallantry."
The troops now found they were in a different country. The part we had left was flat. This was hills and valleys. The weather was good and training was carried out mainly marching.
My dear Mrs. Elshaw, I feel I must just write and tell you how very much I appreciate your kindness. It is one of my greatest joys in life to feel I know that my old patients have happy memories of time they spent with us. I am so delighted to feel that we could give the men really splendid time.
In a secret action at the Somme battle, a body of the South Wales Borders was surrounded. The officer in charge was aware that he had only two things he could do. One was to surrender, the other was to try and contact the commanding officer on the other side of the German lines. He called for a volunteer to take the note through the German lines. This young private, clasping the note, sprinted through the enemy's line. A bullet struck him in the stomach. He held the wound with one hand and carried on. He delivered the note and fell dead at the officer's feet. The killed were buried behind the firing line. This practice had terrible results. Every man was alive with lice, and he saw the rats feeding on his mates. All civilian life and animals had gone, so the rats were starving.
Here's to the water that runs on the wheel, for death is something we all must feel. If health was a blessing money could buy, the rich would all live and the poor all die.
My heart is with you tonight. Someday you know my love for you, although we're far apart. My soul will be ever calling you, wherever I, sweetheart.
Memories live and memories fade. Some memories bring their blessings, but the fondest memory of all mine is helping with the dressings. I've paid my visits day by day with fondest thoughts and true. But now the serum is going down, I'll say goodbye to you.
There's gladness in remembrance. There's gladness in the very thought of friends remembering friends. Fair links of gold that makes the chain of friendship without end. I wish thee all the good that comes, and this world of ours, glad hopes, fair joys and blessings true, and sunshine through the showers.
Too soon comes death to show. We love more deeply than we know. The rain that fell upon the height, too gently be called delight. Within the dark veil reappears as a wild cataract of tears. And love and life should strive to see sometimes what love and death would be.
must be remembered. In this war, he never had to seek the enemy. He always was present, 200 yards away. How did men stand up to this life?
Little I thought my time so short in this world to remain. When I left the ones I loved at home, I thought to come again. If we could have raised his dying head and heard his last farewell, it would not have been so hard to part with one we loved so well.
Many and sharp the numerous ills, inwoven with our flame, more pointy still we make ourselves, regret, remorse, and shame. A man whose heaven erected face, the smile of the love adorn, man's inhumanity to man, makes countless thousands more.
Now that the dreadful fighting is over, I feel truly thankful that we have had such a home to give up and put at the disposal of our men.
For each who may taste of the honey of fame, 10,000 must labour unknown. The trophies that many should rightfully claim, a few carry off as their own. From over the seas comes the wailing of those that to greed and oppression are the all. The nations will war and the races are foes, but it's a pretty good world after all.